Ladies and gentlemen, it's another day here in the Max Out season, and we are in Open Great League. I'm going to be showcasing a team that I've actually been playing for a few days here. It's going to be Shadow Kanto Marowak in the front with Galarian Moltres as the finisher, and then your safe swap's going to be Jumpluff. So I'm let's go over the movesets real quick. The Marowak's using basically the same things from the last video. I found out I did actually have a Shadow Marowak myself. Only one, so luckily I already had taken frustration off because I don't think we're going to get a rocket event for another 2 months, considering we just had one, I feel like, maybe 3 weeks ago, and they happen every 3 months, usually, unless there's another extra event coming in. So, what's it called? Galarian Moltres has the buff to Sucker Punch, so we're definitely going to be using that. And then it also has, its moveset's a little weird, so it's actually Ancient Power and Brave Bird. So very high attack stat Mon in Open Great League, so definitely hitting really, really hard with Brave Bird. And then has that coverage move of Ancient Power, which has the chance for a buff to your attack and defense. As far as the safe swaps concerned, Jumpluff's, I think, amazing. Natamon I really looked at, I think, before, but with things like Marowak running around and even Gastrodon, really the Mud Slappers, you're going to be double resisting that, or triple, I think triple resisting actually. So that's really nice. You can one-shot them with Energy Ball. I currently have Acrobatics on there with Fairy Wind as the fast attack, but it looks like a lot of people actually running Aerial Ace, which I guess I didn't even know it and learned Aerial Ace. In my matchups, I liked Acrobatics a lot. Aerial Ace, obviously, you can get to faster and spam a bit more. But Acrobatics for me was pretty nice. You can make your own call, I guess, after this video. But yeah, that's what I'm using. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Definitely putting out videos every day. So Max Out season's brand new. You're going to want to know what's coming out. So let's go ahead and get into the battles. Actually, I don't have the battles set up here real quick. Let me open this tab. Alright, again, all the moveset there on the left side, and finally, the good thing for Galarian Moltres is it finally has some coverage here. You can see mine's 1471, obviously not that good, but I mean, it's Galarian, right? It's hard to get those guys. Alright, Nidoqueen here in the front. Obviously, it's really good for us. They go into Dugong, and I'm like, oh, wow, my team's actually pretty weak to Dugong. So that's something to note right off the bat for you guys. That's exactly why I wanted to showcase this battle. They do end up shielding, and I switch in. Obviously, this is going to be an Icy Wind, because Icy Wind is going to be super effective against Marowak. The only thing I can hope is that I can get shields here. And I do get the shield. They're going to be able to farm me down. I'm probably going to come back in with Marowak, and then we're just going to go all in on Moltres here. Oh, nope. Gonna lose that one. Alright, Seeking in the lead here. So Seeking's interesting. It does have Poison Sting in the front. Actually, it might be Poison Jab. I'm not too sure. Definitely not a mon I have. I know that it's a triple legacy move, so you need 3 elite TMs to even do anything on Seeking. So definitely not a mon that I personally have. But, you know, it does have insanely good coverages. Has Icy Wind. They're going to get to another... Oh, I thought they were going to get to another move there. Alright. They end up coming in with the Hypno. I'm just going to let this go, and then we'll be able to come in with Moltres. But we... Oh, I really thought I was going to get 2 moves off there. Alright. We do have to be wary of Thunder Punch, so I'm going to go ahead and shield and then hopefully get a big farm here. And we can always hit it with the Ancient Power. Now, they do end up coming with Magcargo, and I'm like, I don't know what to do here. But Moltres is so good against Hypno that I really should switch out and then just allow my Jumpluff to go down. But they do end up throwing another move here, so I'm like, okay, well... I'll just throw with Moltres again, try to get another shield. It is actually super effective, I believe. Does Rock resist Rock? I'm not too sure, I guess. But Jumpluff, obviously not going to be able to do too much. They end up throwing another move here. I'm just going to let it go. Then we'll come back in with Moltres. Kind of Jumpluff didn't do too much here, but, you know, it did soak a lot of damage. If they do try to catch, maybe I'll just shield farm this all the way down. They are going to get to another Thunder Punch. It's 4 confusions to the first punch if Hypno is running punch, and then 3 to the second. So I can definitely go 2 and then Ancient Power again, but this is really maximizing the damage that I have and hoping that this is enough to KO. And yeah, again, super effective, so pretty nice. Gastrodon here in the front, this is obviously not a great matchup, but it's not the worst. You are going to do damage to it. I do try to catch here, do not get that catch. They end up throwing a move here, and there's really nothing that can hit you very hard here. Body Slam is the hardest move that they can throw at you, and that was nerfed, so not too worried about that. This is where, well, I do end up throwing Acrobatics here, and I was going to say this is where Acrobatics really comes in handy, but I guess Aerial Ace would be fine here as well. You would get to 2 as it is. I'm going to end up throwing energy Ball here as it is more efficient, and I think 1 is going to KO. A second move of any kind from Jumpluff is going to end up KOing. I end up throwing on, I think I throw on bad timing here just because I was like, I want to get my move off, and they are going to be out of move, but it looks like they actually decide to go for like a farm down. I do wait a turn there, and switch into Marowak. I do have a move, so I end up not combo playing, but playing that out as best as possible, I guess. So they end up having Malamar in the back, and this is where Moltres really shines. Not necessarily in this matchup, but against Moltres just in a general sense, because it's going to basically wall any of its moves. They can definitely throw Superpower, which is going to be neutral. Maybe 2 is going to, I don't know if 2 is even going to be enough, because the whole thing about it is it's going to be throwing Psywave. Psywave's supposed to be this grand move for Malamar, and it is an amazing move this season, being buffed. But if we're double resisting it, then it's really not doing much against a dark type. So yeah, again, you're going to see 2 superpowers here. Not even enough. You're going to need 3 superpowers, and even 3 superpowers looks like it's close to not doing it. But I think it will actually KO Galarian Moltres there. Sandslash here in the front. They end up switching into an Azumarill. I take a while to switch into my Jumpluff. Maybe too long. 2 Ice Beams is going to be enough, but just it is very bulky, and both sides are bulky here, with the Azumarill also being bulky, so I know that I'm not going to be threatened by 1 move here, but they are going to outpace me to the second move. Is it possible we could go, well, if they shield, I decide not even to go for any sort of CMP, because if they're going to shield, I'm going to shield, and I'm not really taking too much damage from the bubbles, so I don't think I can get to 4 Fairy Winds there, because I'm already really high up on energy. I would end up going over that 100 energy. So I end up going for CMP here. They end up not throwing, which is fine by me. I'm going to get the move off anyways here. And then I go for a combo play again on the Marowak here, like we did in the last game. So just make sure you remember your energy counts, or not necessarily your counts, but, well, I guess it's both. You have to have their count, and then make sure you remember how much energy your other Mon have. Do I have a move stored on another Mon? Can I have a situation here where I can catch them, you know, in an animation? I end up switching to Moltres here, and it's because I didn't want to take Sky Tax there on Jumpluff. But it's a weird situation. They actually end up switching into Skeleturge, which is also kind of weird, because I do have super effective fast attacks, and my bait move is also super effective against it. So they end up going for a farm down. Okay, that's what their plan was all along. I can come in with Marowak as long as we get in a Mud Slap here. That'll be enough. I do end up deciding I will need to shield. Hopefully this energy will come in handy though, because even if they come in with the Altaria, we'll eventually have the Rock Slides, and then this is super effective against Altaria as well. I decide to try to throw the Energy Ball, and then end up throwing it in a horrific time. Hopefully this was not CMP. Okay, it was not. So I end up going for the Aerial Ace here. Now, unfortunately, I was going to go over 100 energy, so I decided to throw on CMP, which is going to give them extra energy, but I had nothing to gain because I was already too far up. I needed to throw earlier, so they end up throwing Power Whip, and that's weird. So I can only imagine that their other move was Thunder, but that's definitely not the way to do it. All right, Azumarill again. Ice Beam. While it's double super effective, you will survive it anyways. I switch into Jumpluff and then hope that we're getting some sort of delay there, but we do not. They end up having the Ampharos here. I can go for the Energy Ball for sure. I think this was their lead. So we just kind of need to get to Marowak again. I could go one in Energy Ball and then switch back to Marowak. Marowak hard winning this matchup. Defense drop actually makes it to where I probably end up getting less energy, which is not great, but it's fine. They end up having Brutal Swing, but they come back in with the Azumarill here now. We're going to go for the Bone Club. I think I go for CMP here because I'm trying to maximize energy, but the only way I maximize energy is if this actually KOs. They end up shielding. I do have another move here. I could go for a little bit more energy, but I will take a lot of bubbles with it. And then they end up having Malamar in the back. You see our switch timer is almost up in the 50-second shot clock era here. We are just going to be able to switch out, and this is, again, a hard win here. Although we have to be careful. We can't really go for a big farm down here in a general sense because they will get to 3 superpowers, I believe, even though they've lowered their attack and defense 2 times at this point. Or at this point now. I will probably have to throw a move, although I could let it go and then just farm down with something else and then throw those moves into Azumarill, which would be fine. But I'm also going to get to an Ancient Power here, I believe, which is going to be enough to KO the Azumarill as well. Remember, Moltres is a high attack stat Pokemon here in the Open Great League, so you are going to be doing a ton of damage. Shadow Salamence doesn't seem like a good mon in Open Great League, but let's think about it. There's going to be a lot of Clodsires. There's going to be a lot of Marowak. If you catch them, you're going to be in a good position. Unfortunately for me, they've caught me with maybe the best lead that they could have on their side because Mudslap going to be double resisted. And Shadow Salamence is glass in Open Great League. So it's pretty crazy. They end up letting me get to the Energy Ball here, which means I'm at least going to gain a shield, so we're not dead to rights here. We're going to get that shield for sure because they want to align this. And I'm hoping that one Mud Slap's enough to take this out because Ice Punch is super effective. And I do need this probably for whatever's in the back, which could be like a Clodsire, if I'm guessing. We're just letting it go. We're all in on Galarian Moltres. That's also fine. Going to get a little bit of energy here from the Sucker Punch down. And they end up having, they end up showing the Salamence here again. I'm going to shield. It actually takes a long time for Salamence to get to all its moves. Fly. Did it always know Fly? Or is Fly a new one here? Okay. I feel like Fly's new. Let me know in the comments below if it got Fly this season. I end up going for a bait there, and then I'm going to go for a Brave Bird. Actually lose CMP to Swampert, so good to know. If you're going to be running this team, good to know you lose CMP against Swampert, even though you have a high-tech stat for Open Great League. Alright, well, this pretty much one-shots, though, so that's nice. Brave Bird doing a lot. Moltres here in the front. Both my Mon are pretty good against it, so I decided to just ABB it here in the back. They do have Licky Licky. They can go for the Shadow Ball here. This, again, a Mon I want to try out here in this league. I'll probably do, if I'm being honest and letting you in on a little industry secret here, I'll probably end up doing a Hypno Double, like, Scrafty team, since that's a team we used to run with Hypno Scrafty and Licky Licky back in the way back in the day when Lickitung probably first came out, but we didn't have the XLs for it for probably another 5 or 6 seasons. So Licky Licky with Lick actually was a mon that I used a ton, probably for like 5-6 seasons there. All right, we end up getting the 2 shields, so that's really nice. We would have won Switch, which was going to be nice anyways. I would have loved to have won Switch here just because I would have put Moltres onto Malamar, which, again, like I said in the beginning, a massively favored matchup for me. They end up throwing the Body Slam here. I just wanted to get it out, and now we have the Malamar coming back in. And then I kind of don't care if they throw a move here. They end up coming in with Gastrodon. I'm going to go up to as much energy as I can to go for the Brave Bird. Although this is not the same as the Swampert matchup, you're probably not going to end up KOing. They end up living by a little bit here. I'm going to have to shield, which is unfortunate, but going to be able to get the farm down and at least get closer to my Brave Bird here. Superpower might KO from here because we are double reduced in defense because we already Brave Birded once, and now we're going to go 4 times, but it's going to KO here, so that's nice. All right, Mandibuzz, this is not a great matchup. I was trying to switch. I obviously did not want to throw any of those moves into it. I'm going to have to go for 2 Brave Birds here, but they're going to get to a move before I do. So the question is, what do I really want to do? Do I want to go shields down, allow Jumpluff to basically go into lower shield scenarios, having acrobatics, which is probably what I want to do. I'm going to go for as much energy as I can here. I do go for CMP onto the next Stone Edge. This is going to KO for sure, so we're going to get that shield back. Now it's a question of, can I shield this twice and farm it all the way down? And I believe I can. It does look like I can. It's going to be very close. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. Actually, Zaxby's. So if they come back in, I'm probably just going to throw Brave Bird into whatever comes back in, because if they came in and threw energy, I'd be in a weird position. So I want to take the shield at the very least. And then I'm probably going to come in Jumpluff. Obviously, Marowak is very bad against Mandibuzz. Although we do have Rock Slide. Okay. Obviously, I played these games a while ago. I think I played these games 2 days ago, to be honest. I guess I'm going to go all in on Jumpluff. So I want to do as much damage as I can here. I guess I know what it is now. I want to get it to below half. And I'm probably going to switch into it now, because I want to make sure an Acrobatics KOs, because I will be taking super effective damage against it. Although it looks like I'm going for the Rock Slide. Oh, this doesn't KO. So I'm probably going to switch to Jumpluff and hope that I fast attack it down with Fairy Wind here. And I do? Okay, nice. Man, past Vergyverg was making money moves here. It's going to take 7 for it to get to Ice Beam, so luckily they didn't get to that. I don't know how much a Shadow for Alligator Ice Beam does to Jumpluff. It's double super effective, very high attack stat. 20% more damage from the Shadow. That can be tough. Alright, again, when we have a Malamar lead, I like to just do my safe swap, play my ABB thing out, and see where we're at. They end up staying in, which is a little weird. I do go for the Acrobatics, the big move here. I guess I was going to say they probably won't shield, because I do think a lot of Jumpluffs are running Aerial Ace. Technically, I would have lived the foul play here, but I would have been in range of maybe getting farmed down. So they end up coming in with Whimsicott, and I'm like, okay. I've already shown Acrobatics. It's not like I have the double Aerial Ace, but Acrobatics doing a lot here. And then I try to go for this farm down, don't get it. I decide it's worth it to shield here. This is probably where they ended up going for Seed Bomb. This is probably where Aerial Ace would have actually been better. I could have just easily gotten through the 2 of those. They come back in with Malamar. Now their switch clock is not up. I could throw this and then switch to Moltres. I do get just a farm down here, which is not great, but they end up coming in with the Zoomerol. My team's kind of weak to a Zoomerol at this point, because I only have Moltres and Marowak left. I'm actually using 2... I'm using at least the names of 2 Kantomon, even though Galarian Moltres is obviously from Galar region. But at least the names, that's nice. They do end up having Licky Licky here. I do switch into the Jumpluff. And while it's taking super effective from the rollout is, even though it's buffed, it's not like it actually is kind of doing a lot. But it's not like I'm ever going to get like farm down from Half-Life. Even a Shadow Ball here is going to leave me at like 30%. Yeah, I'm not too scared of this fast attack doing a lot more damage than it used to. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a very bulky mon. They end up coming back in with Clodsire here. Both these moves are neutral, so I decided to go for Acrobatics. I think it's just the better move overall. Although Energy Ball can lower defense, I believe. But I end up getting to this, and I could have gotten to an Acrobatics. I didn't know that for sure, though, so end up getting this down. This could be an Earthquake. I usually always take the first Earthquake. It does about half. Oh, it does about 60%. And then they have a Dunsparce here in the back. Not great for me, but I'll probably end up going into the double shields here and then go in on Marowak here. Marowak's going to live a drill run from this Dunsparce anyways. Plus, I could get the buffs here. I'm never going to go probably for Brave Birds here, just because it's going to take me too long to get to them. And then I find out I even survive a Rock Slide, so I have to throw on weird timing here. Not the worst timing, but not the best. Just because I want to get this move off, and then definitely just going to switch into this. End up winning CMP here. Kind of hoping that this KOs. I don't really want to take too much damage from this. Not even close to KOing. Drill Run now looks like we are kind of in range. I don't know, it's close, to be honest. It's not Stab uh, from, uh, from Dunsparce there. Again, another mon I want to try out. Too many mon to try out here at the beginning of the season. But as the season gets closer to the midway point, we'll have tried everything out and we'll have, hopefully, the best teams. Bastion. Okay, well, you super win this matchup. I don't even think you care about the flamethrower coming through. The thing you really have to worry about Bastion is double grass in the back. They actually end up catching. Weird. You gotta watch out for the Stone Edge here. And while I really don't want to shield this because they can come back in with a Bastion, I definitely don't want to lose Switch, because if they do end up having a Grass Mon in the back, Jumpluff going to be resisting grass. If they end up having double water in the back, Jumpluff being grass going to be doing super effective to it. So I'm going to lose the shield here kind of for free. They get it for free. And then I'm just going to throw the Brave Birds and get out of this matchup as soon as possible, lowering my defense 4 times. Moltres does have the flying subtyping here as a dark type as well. I probably don't want to shield this because I probably want to have a shield for the Jumpluff in the back. It's going to do it didn't do as much as I thought. I ended up going for the Bone Club here. I think I must have seen something different. I think I thought it was just, I think I saw the water type. But it has Razor Leaf. This is pretty over. I can just go straight Acrobatics. I will have to shield. It does learn Ice Beam. That is something we're going to have to know about. I believe it also has Scald and Leaf Tornado? No, it's not Leaf Tornado. I forgot the name of the move, to be honest. It has the lower defense, super strong move. I can't believe I don't remember the name of it. I guess I really haven't seen a Ludicolo in a pretty long time, to be fair to myself. Alright, Bastion, Flamethrower not even going to be enough here, and then obviously we still have the Marowak in the back to take it out. Alright, they end up switching into a Poliwrath. I really should have switched right away into Jumpluff, but now I'm really hoping that I get a shield here. If I get a shield, all good. I end up switching here, and then I don't have to worry too much about the first Icy Wind. Even though it is double super effective and lowering my attack, Poliwrath in a general sense has a pretty low... it's basically going to get one shot by the Acrobatics, so I decided to go for the big move. I could have gone for the Energy Ball, but I wasn't too sure if it would have KO'd, and I know that Acrobatics is going to KO. So we end up getting that down. They're probably going to end up farming us down, considering we do have lower attack stat at this point after the Icy Wind. But I'm still going to get damage off. If they do try to go for a big farm down, I'm probably going to end up getting a second Aerial Ace off. A second Acrobatics off. But yeah, they end up throwing the move. That's fine for me. I just want to wait out the timer. It looks like they leave because the little notification on the bottom right comes up, and usually that comes up when someone leaves. Malamar lead, we already know how to play that out. To all y'all out there, just switching to Jumpluff. They end up coming in here with a Moltres, or not a Moltres, a different dark type, the Mandibuzz. And this matchup's actually not that bad for Jumpluff because they are just throwing Aerial Aces at you, which is super effective, but is a bad move still in general. Even though it's gotten buffed a few seasons ago, it's still not, the best move in the world. And I end up getting the Mandibuzz down to very low HP. I'm probably going to end up throwing the Energy Ball into this, just a little bit more energy efficient, even though it is resisted. I'll probably end up shielding this just to get a shield back. In general on this team, you really want to take those shield advantages when you can. Should have had my camera higher. I guess it's fine to do better later than never. Yeah, we end up winning the switch here, which is nice, and we see now there's a Clodsire. They are going to get the farm down here. So their win con is basically going to be like over time in the last few matchups, they're going to get 2 Earthquakes off, hopefully against my Marowak, and I say hopefully coming from their side. But I'm going to play it out the way that I usually do. Still not going to shield this first one. If they ever switch, I'm going to switch. And this is a hard win matchup, so I'm fine just coming into this matchup. The only thing here is I might get greedy if they go for a superpower here in the beginning and go for the big farm downs. End up going on CMP here, and that's bad because you do lose CMP against the Malamar. Oh well. I do go for an undercharge. At least I can gain something from this. This undercharge seems like it was way too much. Oh my god. Oh well, we'll come in with the The thing is, it's going to be a long time for the Clodsire to get to its moves, so we probably just get the full farm down here since I have a shield. Yeah, this is going to be bad for them, and they probably know it. Yeah, that's GG. Okay, Unova Stunfisk, not the thing to be playing right now, and definitely not scared of any moves that are coming out of this thing. Mud Bomb is the best move that it can be. It's going to take, it looks like 3 Mud Bombs. They end up coming in with a Pelipper. I do have Rock Slide, which is nice. I'll probably end up coming in with Moltres, just because it is lower HP already. I guess if it hadn't got lowered, I probably would come in with Jumpluff, but then you're really scared of the huge dynamic between the fast attack, the fastest move Pelipper can get to as a charge attack, and then the Hurricane, which can be scary. I do go for CMP here, but it resists this. I mean, still does a lot of damage. I could actually go for like a farm down here. I'll probably just let it go and end up coming in with like Jumpluff, because there's a lot of extra farm for Jumpluff to get. They end up switching right away into Dunsparce, and while Dunsparce has super effective moves against me here, I can definitely just throw Acrobatics. A little bit of lag there. It looked like I did throw on good timing, but ended up not being good timing, so that's not nice. They do have a lot of energy here. I'll probably just go into another Acrobatics after 1. Again, good timing from 2-turn to a 3-turn move is 1, 4, and 7, so I go for 1 Fairy Wind, and I get the damage off, and then I'm like, I guess I'll just shield this and farm all the way down. I can just shield twice. It does have a lot of energy, but 2 shields can obviously take away a lot of that energy. This is going to be GG. Yeah. Clodsire lead. Really good. Looks like they're going to go for an Earthquake here. They have something in the back that's weak against Marowak as well. Again, I don't like to waste shields at the beginning, even though I know this is a huge move. Okay, they baited. Not good from them. They do end up catching, but it is on Feraligatr, so this damage is going to be nice. Probably come in with Moltres here. Oh, I decided I'm going to go for another move. Try to get all... They let us get a ton of energy, I mean, and then they baited us, which puts them in a horrific position. I do come in with Moltres. I could go 1 shield here if I do think it is an Ice Beam. If they show Hydro Cannon here, though, I'm just not going to believe the next one and probably end up going for the farm down. I could still technically shield here and it wouldn't be the worst, because you are going to be throwing Brave Birds into the Clodsire, but I figured, I gave it a shield already. I gave it my good old college try, so... they do come back into Clodsire. This is probably enough to KO if they do let it go. They can't farm us down, even though our defense has dropped 2 times, so they end up throwing a move. They are going to end up throwing a move here, and I'm just going to come in with Marowak. Probably just... Okay, throw the move to see what's in the back. They did seem like they're really weak to Marowak, so I do want to maintain as much health as I can. They were not weak to Marowak. Weird for them to have stayed in at all with Clodsire against Marowak here, because they had Feraligatr, which outpaces and has super effective one-shot ability, and then they had an easy safe swap of Manabuzz, which is just pretty good against Marowak in a general sense, so... Although we would have come in Moltres here, then we would have had Jumpluff for the water type. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have worked out for them in general, or in the end there, but this obviously did not work out for them either, so... Acrobatics is going to end up doing a lot, so at the very least, Acrobatics gives you a nice matchup against Manabuzz, whereas Aerial Ace wouldn't really be doing too much damage, and they would be doing Aerial Ace back to you with super effective, and yours is just neutral. So yeah, I like Acrobatics for the Manabuzz matchup. That's pretty nice. It's also, I feel like, better in the Clodsire matchup. So, all right, that's going to be it for me in this video. Yeah, Galarian Moltres buffed, so it actually feels like it has a lot of play in this meta. Feels like it would have a really, really a lot of play in the limited metas, so hopefully it is going to be allowed in some of the metas coming up. I did actually see something on Reddit that if you had a Galarian Moltres under 500, you actually couldn't use it for the Galarian Cup, which is weird. I did remember seeing the replies, and they did say what the reasoning was. I think it was that I think it's something about the Pokedex number being too high, and it seems like there's actually a weirder cutoff than just the, I guess it gets counted as normal Moltres in the Pokemon Go Pokedex as far as numbers are concerned, so it doesn't reach that that range that they set for Galarian Mon, which is weird. I mean, it's literally Galarian Moltres, but You know, it is what it is. In this video, I also noticed, well, Jumpluff is really well paired with Marowak, which is how I came to that conclusion. Jumpluff just seems very good. I think I just accidentally found a very good mon in this cup. It's open Great League. So I actually think Jumpluff could actually be good in like the show 6 format, if I'm being honest. I think it was an all-star here in today's video, and I think that it chose to be maybe an all-star in Open Great League. So I think I just happened upon a very good mon in this league, and I'll probably end up using it for some other teams. Probably try to find that S-tier team with it, and hopefully show you all that in a future video. Anyways, this video has gone pretty long. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up if you like this video, hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more from me. And I'm sure I said a lot of wrong things in this video as far as names of move, names of mon. Let me know in the comments below if I did that, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm trying my best out here. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.